Good morning, everyone. I am here with the amazing psychic Liz Cross. How are you doing this morning?
Well, I am so flattered you think I'm amazing. So thank you.
Of course. So today we're going to do a new series called The Search for the Next Shiba Inu.
Oh,
I have a bunch of notes in front of me. We've had several probes where it's just come up in passing that, there is a coin that is not released yet that will, rival the power of Shiba Inu from last cycle. So we're going to go over some of those things I've written down for my notes and see if we can gather some more information. I don't think we're going to find it. We're not going to find it today, most likely, but it's going to give us some clues in where I should be looking. And the idea is if it is indeed something that popular, everybody's going to know about it at some point, right? So the goal is not that we find it. The goal really is that we find it early enough.
mm,
So let me tell you why it's important that we find it early enough. So you can see my screen here. I have Shiba Inu chart up here. This is a weekly chart where I can see the entire price history of Shiba Inu, and I've priced it with the market cap. So I can see that the top of the market was in October of 2021. It reached a $52 billion market cap. And if we zoom in, so this looks like relatively okay, but you can't see all the way down here. This is where all the magic really happened because it did, and you may not believe me, but you can do your own measurements here. It did over a million X from the bottom. So that means if you put in $1 at the absolute bottom it ever could have been, you got $1 million. Now, there was very few people that could do that, as I will show you. And I actually recorded a video for our members in the Discord to actually go through this piece by piece and how crazy it actually is when you look what you have had to hold through. So the reason that you got a million X is because when it came out, it pumped and then it absolutely dumped like crazy. It dumped down to a $30,000 market cap. And so that gave you the opportunity, if you were around, you had to be around and know what it was, and nobody knew what it was back then. You had to have the foresight to okay, I'm not going to sell this thing. So I'm zooming in. You're watching me zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. This is way, way, way back when it first came out in August of 2020, right? It came out, it pumped, and then it absolutely dumped for quite a while. And this looked like nothing. This is just like some random pump and dump. And it got down, to in that $30,000 market cap range. And then one day it just you got the God candle from hell, really the depths of hell. It reached up and it just kept going and it kept going and it kept going. Right. And then it pumped and it dumped again. It dumped quite a bit, like 80 or 90%. Everybody thought it was over. Right. But one day it just kept going and just kept going and just kept going and just never stopped going. Right. But at no time did anybody know all the way back here that it was ever going to go to a $50 billion market cap. Right. A million X. Everybody thought it was just over. It was over. Oh, we pumped again. It's over. Right. And the original team was long gone behind it. They had already got out, sold all their coins, and it just took on a life of its own. And so we can just keep zooming out, zooming out, zooming out. And it pumped and then it dumped for a long time, had a huge accumulation phase. And then it went on another massive run all the way to the top to 50 billion. So that's kind of the perspective of what we're looking at. The only thing that's come close this cycle so far is another coin called Pepe on Ethereum, which I also have on my screen. I'll show briefly. It did not give you the same opportunity. Why? Because when it came out, it just pumped and never dumped really right away. It started off at if you were lucky to get in that day, maybe here, I'll give you that. Maybe you were lucky to get in here at a $500,000 market cap. That means that today it's a $6 billion market cap or just roughly around there. So it's like a 10,000 X. So realistically, we're not going to get the kind of returns that Shiba Inu did, even though it's already probably going to go to 50 billion. And we actually did a probe on that actually recently. So with that's the preamble for everybody, the history of everything. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the next Shiba Inu, roughly something that can go really, really start out really, 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 really small and end up at the end of this bull run possibly, 50 to $100 billion market cap or something like that, which is totally possible once all the money comes in the next year or two. So I have a bunch of questions here based on what we know so far. So it looks like what we got last time is that you actually were able to tune into someone that has this coin and it's still an idea in their head right now. So are you able to grab whoever the heck that is right now? Is there any way you can tune into that again?
So
And actually we should bring my master team in also.
yeah,
Like that.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say
Yeah.
they're
We're gonna ask
standing
them.
here like tapping their fingers on my
Sorry.
desk, like, why are you not calling on me?
Yeah, so they're gonna help us find this individual and grab some more information so we can narrow down the search. So
Okay,
are
but this
they,
would be based upon today's personal thoughts, feelings, and opinions of that person. Their idea may change, but it's certainly worth a shot. I like this idea very much.
yeah, like we're gonna find out what it is. It's just a question of how early we can get it. So can we ask my master team, do we have a good shot in finding this thing, within the first week or two when it comes out?
Will we find this thing within the first week or two? We'll find it before it is released for sale.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, then that asked me a question. Then ask a question. So, is it advertised then before it comes out?
Only like talk of it, right?
Okay.
You're
There's
gonna
not.
pull stuff up that's so new and so obscure. I just feel like you're gonna come across this coin.
Okay. All right. So,
There
Kim,
will be an airdrop associated with this coin.
interesting. Okay. An airdrop. All right. So, the person that's going to launch it, have they launched any other coins before?
Yes, one other coin.
Was it a very popular coin?
No, not really, because they did it all wrong. That was their first go.
Okay. So, I probably wouldn't know what it is.
Something
Uh,
to do with gold.
Something to do with gold. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so I asked originally in the first probe where we got this information if it was going to be which chain it was going to be released on, and originally we got Ethereum. Can we ask my master team, is it going to be still on the Ethereum chain?
On the Ethereum chain? Yes, it will
Okay.
be effectively, but I don't know what this layer one, layer two, all this stuff is. I really don't
Well,
understand
we
it.
can ask, is it
Good.
going to be layer one Ethereum or layer two Ethereum?
Layer two.
Okay. All right. So that's where Mr. Shakespeare recently had a probe where he got this as well. So I'm
Did
gonna
he?
list. Yeah, it was in the IBIT probe that's private. Um, okay, so he actually got that it was on the base chain. So can we base is a layer two of Ethereum. So can we ask, is it on the base chain?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And the time frame we originally got for this coming out was the end of 2024. Can we narrow that down a little bit? Is it going to be released in the fall? So like
I
September,
think,
October?
is it going to be released in the fall? November, December.
November, December. Okay. All right. November,
Is it
December.
a meme coin? That's not a meme.
Really? Now I'm very surprised at that. So then I'm going to ask further questions. And if it's not a meme coin, then I would say it's a utility coin, is what we call them. So what does that mean? That means that it has like a meme coin generally doesn't have any utility. It's just, it's something that gets popularity. It might be a cool picture, it might be a cool idea, it might be a joke, might be, it doesn't really, it's not like a project that's like an actual usable thing right away. Like for instance, what would be an example of that? Like a decentralized exchange where you would swap coins back and forth. That would be a utility token. Could be a wallet. That would be a utility token. Could be a stable coin. That would be a utility token. There's all these different things that actually do something. So then can we ask my master team, given that definition, is it a utility token?
Is it a utility token? Is it a utility token? I'm getting a no.
Okay. So maybe our definition of meme, because I'm really surprised that it wouldn't be a meme. Can we ask them if it's a governance token?
Is it a government token? No.
Okay. All right. So maybe we need to define what I'm saying. When I say meme, what do I mean? Because maybe that's what it is. We have to ask these questions airtight, right? Or we're not going to get a clear answer. So for what I think a meme token is what I just explained is it's what it is. It's an idea, or it could be, a character that someone creates, or it could be a piece of artwork that someone creates, or it could be like a joke. It could be a running joke. It could be an impersonation of someone, like a celebrity, right? But it's just an idea at the end of the day. It's not an actual new technology, or it's not a new wallet, or like I said, decentralized exchanges. It's just like an idea that someone is just launching a token around, and you hope that it just catches the attention of people. So based on that kind of definition, can we ask my master team, is it a meme token?
Based upon that definition, yes.
Okay. All right. So it is a meme. Okay.
Based upon that definition.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Okay.
I feel like it's a little more serious though.
Oh, okay. So that was my next line of questioning. If it is a meme coin, then it's like a lot of meme coins have different sort of narratives, or they're like different sort of characters we might recognize. Like, for instance, the very first meme coin was Dogecoin, and that's a dog. It's a coin based on a dog that actually existed in real life, for instance. Same with Shiba Inu. It was based on a Japanese style of dog, and there's actually a dog. Usually there's a real dog behind these dog coins, the most popular ones. So can I ask, is it a dog coin? Is it going to be a dog coin? Or based
No.
on, okay. Would it be based on a cat?
Maybe based on a cat. No.
Okay, this sounds really silly, I know, but I have
No,
to
but
ask.
it's very important. Is it based on something? I feel like it's kind of alien or space or something like that based.
Okay, so it's not an animal from Earth.
Is it an animal from Earth? No.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Animal from space, huh? I don't know how to narrow that down.
Don't forget though, that's today's information from
Sure, like you're gonna say alien from space, and when we actually do find it, we're gonna be laughing, because it probably won't literally be an alien from space. It'll be like, oh, that makes sense because it's like this.
Right.
Right. That's I think that's how it's gonna play out. Okay, so will there be a pre-sale for this token, like meaning that people will be allowed to buy it before it actually launches?
Will there be a pre-sale for this token? I feel like there's an airdrop first. And is there a pre-sale? And a pre-sale, and then it's going to hit, the exchanges.
Okay.
Is it going to hit?
That's interesting. So there's an airdrop first. So is it just that they airdrop people and they don't know it beforehand? Or is there some sort of program to say, hey, you guys can participate in the airdrop?
You guys can participate in the airdrop. You have to sign up. You have to register. You have to, do you put any, I don't feel like you have to put any money down. I feel like this coin is a lot like Shiba Inu with the amount of how much the amount is.
That's another question that I had. So by that, I'm assuming that you mean that it's going to be like have a lot of a decimal point and then a lot of zeros in front of the starting price. So the
Yes,
supply.
but also like I'm not sure what the cap was for Shiba Inu. Like Bitcoin obviously has a limited supply. The
Mhm.
supply of this coin is quite large.
Right. So it's in the, I mean, Shiba is in, I can check right now, but I'm pretty sure it's in the trillions.
Hmm.
Uh,
I don't think it'll be in the trillions.
so be in the billions.
Yes.
Okay, billion token supply. Okay. It's another thing I can look for. Although we may not know that until after it comes out. Um, okay. And so will this person be advertising this airdrop on Twitter?
Yes.
Okay. How about Telegram?
No.
No. Okay. All right. All right. So it's going to be on Twitter.
Not
And
at the moment.
so, okay. So if it's on Twitter, then this person, are they a known, what I would call an influencer on Twitter?
Are they unknown? Yes.
So it's someone today that has a following to some degree.
A big following.
Okay, so how many followers do they have right now? Is that under 100,000?
No, it's more than that.
Oh, okay. Is it over 200,000?
It's between one and two.
Okay, that makes sense because most of the big accounts are in that range. But I don't like that answer because that means that do they have intentions to pump and dump this token in the beginning?
Do they have intentions to pump numbers to? No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I just when I see big influencers launch coins, I'm most of the time it doesn't end well in the beginning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they usually what happens, and this is not everybody, but most this is what happens when the big influencers get involved. They have a bunch of coins, right, that they will give out to other influencers or they'll keep for themselves. And so when the coin reaches a certain point, they will dump all those coins on everybody, right? So they have the power to pump it through their influence on Twitter and to a point where they make a lot of money, and then it's like insider trading, right? It's good. Unfortunately, they have, if you're an influencer and someone gives you tokens and you promote it, or you're the guy that launches it yourself, there's that conflict of interest because you have all these tokens before it pumps and you're responsible for pumping it.
Mm.
Now, if that does play out with this coin, that's not, obviously that's not the death of this coin. It just keeps going afterwards. And that was the same with Shiba Inu, right? Like I said in that, when I showed you that chart, it
Mm.
died like, 4 or 5 times. And the original team had nothing to do with it at a certain point. Actually, other people came in to start running the coin after the original team got out. So can I ask then, is that what happened? Can I ask? I'll try to put this in a question you can easily answer. So does the original person that launches the coin, do they stick with this coin long term or do they kind of dump out of it early?
That launches this coin, do they stick with it long term? No, I feel like they dump out of it and
Mhm.
but then it keeps going.
Yeah. So that takes on a life of its own afterwards.
Hmm.
Yep. So that makes perfect sense to me. That's because as soon as you said big influencer, 100 to 200K, I'm like, oh man, there's going to be some turbulence in the beginning, let's say. But those that find it early and are willing to hold it long term, and it will look at the time, it will look like this thing. This is just my opinion based on everything I've seen like this happen before. It will look like it absolutely dies and it comes back from the dead afterwards. Okay. What was the other question I was going to ask around that? I just left my mind. Um, yeah, okay. What else do we want to know here? Some questions from
It will
listeners.
end up on the major exchanges.
Oh yeah, absolutely it will. There's no question. If it gets anywhere, can we ask again then? And obviously we probably won't be able to get a good number right now, but just in the range of like so for instance, I'll give you the perspective. Shiba Inu last cycle went to a $50 billion market, $50 billion market cap at the top, right? And so that was last cycle. I'm assuming that things are going to go in general, they're going to command higher and higher market caps, in the next year than they did in the last cycle. That would be my assumption. So if this thing, whatever, what's the ceiling on this thing? Could it get to 100 billion?
What's this? No.
Okay, so it's under
As
100.
in the supply? Are you talking about?
No, 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 no.
Oh, I'm
Sorry.
sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm talking about the market cap. So the market
Oh, the
cap,
market cap.
yeah,
Would the
my bad.
market cap get
So Shiba
to?
Inu,
Oh, more
for
than that. More than that.
more than 100 billion?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we say 200 billion?
No.
Okay. So 150.
Around that range.
Okay. Yeah, that's in my, actually that's originally, like, I thought something would, if there's going to be another Shiba Inu, it's got to go to at least 100 probably, given all the new money that's going to come in. That's what I would have guessed. So that's in the range. Okay. And can we ask my master team, is there any clues they can give me in looking for this coin? That's a listener question, by the way.
Just keep your eyes peeled.
Okay.
You will find it.
Okay. All
You
right.
will find it.
All
And
right.
you will get in early.
Okay. All
And
right.
bearing in mind that we have X amount of people on the Discord that are all helping out, right? Because we're all working as a big team, a big group here.
Yeah.
Somebody's bound to bring it to your attention.
All right. Well, I
So
think
the
maybe we
place to
can.
be will be on the Discord.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to be a Discord member. So I think we're going to stop this video considering, yeah, we're going to do more of these. Obviously, as we get closer, we'll get better information as we get closer. So this is the first one we'll do, and we'll make this obviously a public video so everybody knows what we're going to be doing going forward. And yeah, when we find this token, it's going to be for our private members, obviously first, before we would announce it publicly. That's just the way that it goes, folks. So it pays to be a member with us.
Great.
All
Well,
right.
patreon.com/remote viewing and beyond. If you
Sounds
want to
good.
join us, it's like $15 a month, considering that we'll probably find this coin. We've already found at least 2, if not 4 other things that are going to be big. In the long term, it's the place you need to be.
Absolutely. Well, I hope to see you all over there. If you would like to reach out to me for crypto consults, I actually do have a new consult presentation that I give just on meme coins. You kind of want to be maybe not day one in crypto for that one. You want to have a little bit of knowledge coming into that one, but basically, how to buy and sell meme coins, how to do research, how to, what are the tools that you can use to vet things, all that different stuff, strategies. So if you're a newbie and you need some day one education, which I really, really encourage, like I'm actually pretty sad in looking at some of the new people that are coming in today, and they're getting into meme coins right away. And there's a lot of scammers out there. And I'm in these spaces and I'm just like shaking my head. I was like, we need education. That's the number one thing we need in crypto. So I do offer education for newbies that are coming in. I can break it down into simple terms. So if you're interested in that, my email, you can reach out to me at digitalfreedomtactics@protonmail.com. That's protonmail.com, not photon. And yeah, we'll go from there. So yeah, let's wrap it up. And we'll see you on the Discord.
Wow, this is exciting stuff.
Yeah, this is the ultimate. When we find this coin, this is the ultimate goal. Like there's no
Awesome.
other goal really. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.